Today I am on my final journey around Lacey Green and Loosley Row with Daphne and Edwin. Daphne lives along the PinkRoad, and this is as she remembers during the war years 1940 onwards. We begin at the windmill. So over to you, Daphne.
Windmill Farm, my recollection is of a Mrs. Millward living there. I don't remember an awful lot about her. The Whip Public House is the next one, where the Carter family lived. There were Peter, Ray and Gordon. Peter went on to marry the local girl Winnie Rickson. The next house up the PinkRoad was Chilton Cottage, where Miss Kitty Watson lived. I believe her father lived there as well at some time, Dr. Watson. Don't really remember him. I used to go to Miss Watson and we used to play games. That's where I was first introduced to solitaire and spent ages. She had this lovely solitaire with marbles, beautiful marbles, and I spent hours playing solitaire with her. The next house is the schoolhouse where Flo Gurney lived with her husband. She was head teacher of Lacey Green School for many years. The next place was Highways, where Mr. Pringle lived. Mr. Pringle kept lots of chickens, sold eggs, I believe, and produce from his garden. I used to have to deliver the church magazine to him. I was frightened to death of him, and I used to just throw it through the door and run. Anyhow, the next house, Miss Four Winds, was a Miss Duckworth. Didn't know an awful lot about Miss Duckworth. She kept herself very much to herself. I remember more the next people who came to live was a Miss Hennessy and Miss Norris, two little old maids. I used to have to go and sleep with one of them when the other one went away. Not a particularly happy experience. The next house, which was next door to us, was Redfield, where Mr. Bell Redrup and Cass Redrup lived. They didn't have any children. Next house was our house, Elverstoke, where I lived with my dad, Eric, and mum, Jessie, and also my granddad lived with us, Owen Smith. And next door to them was Whitethorn, where Mr. Baker lived and Mrs. Baker, and they had two daughters, Janet and I can't remember the other one. And the last house of that section was Cullum, where Cecil Saunders lived and Maggie Saunders, with their three children, Sheila, Anne and David. Mr. Saunders, Cecil, was music teacher at Millens School. That's the houses along the PinkRoad, and as I can remember them.
Who lived at Windmill Farm?
Dansleys. I didn't know much about them, really.
Well, they had no children, did they? Not
No.
I can remember, no.
No, they had German prisoners. Can you remember the names of the German prisoners?
Ruth was a land girl there. And one of the prisoners, Fritz Voss, married Ruth after the war. They farmed down at Hempton for many years. But the others...
Bruno?
Yeah, Bruno, Ernst, Fritz, Otto.
And Otto eventually lived in Lacey Green.
He did, yes, he lived at Hillcrest. Oh, Wilhelm, that's another one. There was 5 of them there.
My father used to run the grass drying there.
That's it, yeah. You remember the grass drying unit down Woodway.
Thank you for that, Daphne.